Broadcasting live from the Business RadioX studios in Atlanta, Georgia, it's time for GWBC Radio's Open for Business. Now, here's your host.
Lee Kantor here, broadcasting live from the Georgia Aquarium Oceans Ballroom for 2023 GWBC Lace Awards Gala. Ladies Achieving Continuous Excellence. So excited to be talking to my guest right now, Matielyn Jones, Director of Operations at GWBC. Welcome.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Now, are you excited about tonight's event?
I am excited. I'm always excited to spend time with our women business owners and corporate sponsors, so it's going to be great.
So what can people expect? What are some of the things that you're looking forward to this evening?
Well, I am responsible for the team that manages the certification process. And so we have tons of applications that come through every single week, every day of the year. And I'm looking forward to putting faces with the names of all the people.
Oh, that's right, because you've probably seen them or heard through email and over Zoom or something like that, but you may not have met them in person, right?
Exactly. And so we receive their actual documents. So that would be all of their legal documents. And so we literally feel like we know them.
Exactly. Pretty
we've seen
personally.
the history of the business, who started it, where were they? We're looking at, financial documents. We're looking at who the owners are, all their resumes, all the things, the criteria for certification. So I literally feel like by the time an event like tonight comes around, I'm so excited because we get to put these faces with the names of people who, again, we memorize the details in our head of who these people are. So I'm excited.
Now, what for somebody who isn't certified, what can they expect to go through the certification process? Like, what are some of the things that they need in order to, get through this process? Because it is arduous, because it's important to get it all right, and no one, just because you say I'm a woman-owned business doesn't mean that you are, really. You got to jump through some hoops, right?
That's right. And so we certify women-owned businesses that can legally demonstrate that they are at least 51% women-owned, controlled, operated, and that they operate in a way that's independent of any other business. And so we look through those legal documents to make sure that they are legally woman-owned, 51% minimum. My team, the certification team, does all the vetting of those applications. So we do the initial intake of those applications. We do the auditing, which is the line by line of every single piece of paper that comes in, which is very, very rigorous and tedious. However, we want to make sure that there's integrity in our process, and that if we give someone that seal of approval saying they are a woman-owned business, that we've gone through the process of making sure that they are legally so. And that process takes 60 to 90 days. Part of the reason why is because we do look at every single sheet of paper for every business that submits. Right now, we sit at around 1,245 applications or certified businesses between Georgia, North Carolina, and South Carolina. And we're looking for ways to continue to make the process more efficient so we can certify more women, do more outreach, things like that. So yes, the process, it takes about up to 3 months, but usually once people have submitted their applications and they're good to go, we roll right along.
And it's important because a lot of the value that you're going to get from being a certified business is that you're going to have access to maybe some enterprise level organizations that are looking for these specific types of people to do business with, right? So you get fast tracked, and this could really change the trajectory of your business if you do this.
Absolutely. One of the things that is important to remember is that our certification process does not guarantee that anyone will secure a contract. But what it does do is it makes them competitive in the market for the contract. And so we are looking to certify because there are companies, corporations, and the government that are both looking to spend money with women-owned businesses, also with minority-owned businesses, also with veteran-owned businesses and whatnot. But for us, for women-owned businesses, and they access our database to make sure that vetting process is really done for them. And so they can search the database of all of our women-owned businesses because this is a national certification that we process locally. And so they can use it nationally even though we process it locally. And so they look into our database to see who are the staffing agencies, who are the construction companies, who are, whatever the business need is. And we take the vetting of that, making sure that if they have this set aside to spend with women-owned businesses, that at least this group of women-owned businesses they know have been vetted as such.
And that spend isn't just a little bit of money, right?
It is not.
It's billions and billions of dollars.
It's billions. Earlier this year in April, I went to the Top Corporations Luncheon, and it was Maria and I, who's the director of programs. It was our second day on this job. We both started in April, and the numbers in the room, 2 billion here, 4 billion there.
It starts adding up to real money, right?
It added up. And I said, I've never been in a room where it was like a flex how much you spend with women-owned businesses. It was exciting. And it was a great welcome and introduction to the organization, but it was very exciting. And I'm very proud of all the companies that come together to really support women-owned businesses in this way.
And for people who want to learn more about getting certified themselves or getting recertified, if maybe they've done it in the past, what's the best kind of way to connect with you?
Sure. I think the best way is to go to our website. It is for the Greater Women's Business Council. So that is GWBC.org. Our certification team, photos and pictures are there. You can email us directly at certification@GWBC.org. You can also reach out to me directly at mjones@gwbc.org. But we would love to hear from you. I'm always open to questions and walking you through as best I can, high level through your application. But just know that our goal is to make sure that we audit these documents well and that we really set people up for success who want to compete in this market.
Well, congratulations on all you do. I mean, you're doing such important work and we appreciate you.
Thank you so much. And thank you for having me.
All right, we'll be back in a few at GWBC Lace Awards Gala 2023.